Hello everyone and welcome back to another Wizard101 video. Today, I'm going to be teaching you guys, all of you, about something that not a lot of people know about. And by not a lot of people, I mean like not a lot of people know about this. And it is arguably one of the most convenient things in all of Wizard101. So, let's get into it, and I'm going to teach you about it, and you are going to be astonished. So, what I'm talking about when I say the most convenient thing in Wizard101 is tapestries. Now, you may be like, no, what is a tapestry? I've never heard of this mythical thing in my life. If you have heard about it, you might not have realized how useful they can be. But tapestries are these things that are dropped by some bosses, but mostly they are sold here by the Wizard City Crafter. I'm sure there's some scattered out everywhere else, but there's a lot of useful ones here. And what they do is you craft them, and you can place them on a wall as a wall hanging, and what it does is it allows you to teleport to where each of these things are. I don't know if you can see why this would be useful, but for example, the tapestry to the bazaar, I have this on my fire, and I noticed one time when I was streaming, I used it, and a lot of people were like, no, what the heck was that? How'd you get to the bazaar? Well, the tapestry will allow you to directly and instantly teleport to the place that it's designated. So let's go further into this. 1, which ones are useful? 2, how do you craft them? And 3, how do you make them convenient for yourself? Alright, so, which ones are useful? This one is a bit subjective, but obviously the commons isn't a useful tapestry. You can go to that really easily. Personally, I think the bazaar is without a doubt the most useful one because it takes you a long time to walk from Ravenwood to the bazaar, so it's just a lot easier if you just use that as a teleport. Another one I find kind of useful is the Aquila Gardens. This one can be easy to use just to get to Aquila, whether it be for farming Mount Olympus or farming Tartarus, and a fast way there is really nice. Tapestry to Nightside can be useful if A, you want to go to Darkmoor, or B, as a death wizard, you want to get your spells just a little bit faster, so you don't want to walk as far. And I think those are the best. The Hatchery is also a really good one if you want to get to Pet Pavilion really fast. So I'd say that those are the best ones. Now, how do you craft them? Because this is a question everyone will have. You actually need a fish. Otherwise, the rest of the recipe is actually really easy. A lot of them require the Dagger of Absolution. I actually think all of them require the Dagger of Absolution, which is really, really easy to craft. They require some treasure cards, but otherwise the reagents are really common. Some of them treasure cards that you can just buy at the bazaar. Some are actually uncommon reagents, but a lot of them are pretty easy. Specifically, the bazaar one, in my opinion, is the most useful one to get. I would say the hardest thing to get is actually the Nightshade, but once you get that, it's pretty easy. Tower Shield you can easily buy in other places. But there are the fish in each one that kind of throw a wrench in things. Some of them are notoriously difficult to get, but, and this is a big but, all of the fish required by these tapestries are extremely common fish. The cuttlefish is just a death rank 1 fish gotten in Cyclops Lane. A lot of these are the decoy fish, which are extremely common and really easy to get. So I wouldn't worry too much about a lot of these rare ones. Obviously, there's some that are going to be a bit harder to get than others, but a lot of them are decently easy to get, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Specifically, the bazaar one, cuttlefish, is really easy to get, so there's that. Now, let's wrap this all up. How do you make this convenient for yourself? What I mean by this is, for example, when you go to my house, the Darkmoor Manor, there isn't any easy walls just sitting here, right? It's a bit difficult because you can't just instantly go to the bazaar. So there's 2 things that I'd recommend doing that are really easy to fix. First, if you have a teleporter, I don't believe I have any teleporters right now on this account. If I do, they're somewhere else. But basically, you can get a teleporter, mark its location somewhere inside the main house, and then put one right at the entrance of a house. That'll teleport you all the way from the beginning to the end. Now, there's actually a second way to fix this, and this one is actually a pretty easy fix and can be useful. Not a lot of people do this either, and that is actually castle magic. I feel like this feature is a little bit overlooked by people who don't decorate houses. I've never really used these, but if you look here, you go to the outdoors and you go all the way to the wall, you can get the wall large castle block really easy to craft. You can see here, super simple. And what you can do is place one of these right at the beginning of your house and then place the tapestry on that. It's a really, really easy fix and makes it so that you don't have to walk very far for these tapestries. My fire uses the teleporter method. If you've ever seen him go to the bazaar before, I'm sure you've potentially seen him do it before. A really, really easy way to do that. Obviously, if you're using different houses, certain houses are going to be easier. Like the Darkmoor Manor's a bit more difficult, but the Arcanum Apartment, obviously you can just put it on the wall right directly to the left when you walk in. Stuff like the Jungle Houseboat, really easy to walk to. Red Barn Farm, as I've said, my fire puts the teleporter right at the end of the ramp down. But you can very easily just put a wall here and then put the tapestry on the wall, and it'll save so much time, trust me. So that's really it for today. Let me know if you found this useful. Did you know about this? I am very curious. How many people knew about tapestries? Let me know in the comments below. I made this video mostly because I know that quite a few people don't know about tapestries, and they're very, very convenient, very, very useful, and can get you to things like the Bazaar, Aquila, extremely fast compared to just walking there. So that's it for today. If you liked this video, found it useful, drop a like, hit the sub button, maybe go support me financially on Patreon if you wish, and also make sure to join my Discord server if you want to have a good time and vibe. But that's it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next video. Adios.